So I heard of Radiant College through a youth convention that I was attending. It was my junior year of high school, and so I was figuring out different colleges, but Radiant College was truly the college I felt called to go to. And so back in September, that's when I started attending, and doing so, I started attending Radiant Church. And the beginning of this year, we were doing our pledge cards, and I didn't really think much of it, but I felt a bit convicted knowing that I wasn't truly tithing and being obedient with that, and not only that, but going beyond tithing and doing offering. And so when Pastor Caden was talking about this faith pledge and giving and stuff, I felt like it was very convicting for me because I wasn't really tithing, and I felt the Lord called me to give all that I had in cash. And I was saving that for a car, and so I was really fighting with God in that moment about it, and really just realizing I have to trust Him in this situation with getting a new car. And doing so, that day I made a pledge. I gave all that I had in cash, and I was like, my hands were shaking, my heart was pumping, and everything, but I knew I trusted the Lord. And so the next day, I had my friend see if he could help me fix the problem with my car. And he told me that there was this major leak in one of the spark plugs that would probably cost thousands of dollars. And I was a bit upset, and I wasn't upset at the Lord because I trusted the Lord, but I was upset at the situation. And this is the day after, this is literally Monday, after I decided to make the pledge and start deciding to be more disciplined with tithing and offering. I just let my mom know, and I'm like, hey Ma, we gotta figure out a plan because I just found out this is what's going on with my car. Then my pastor's wife at my hometown in Maricopa texted me, and she was like, hey, how's the car? And I'm like, it's not good. Just found out there was a major leak, and I'm not really sure what to do next. But I'm just gonna trust the Lord, and if you can pray for me, that would be awesome. And she was like, well, I actually have some news for you. And I'm like, okay, maybe some good news would be good right now. And she told me that someone from the church felt called to give me their car. And I was shocked. So she gave me the information, and I called her, and I was a bit crying. I was tearing up a little bit, but she was just basically saying how she heard that I was needing a car, and she really prayed with her husband about it, and she felt like on her heart the Lord was telling her to give this car to me. And it was so surreal. I had no clue what to think, but I was just praising the Lord, and I was thanking her, and I was like, this is truly a blessing. And it was just kind of cool to see how, I made that pledge, and I was so unsure of how much to give and to tithe and to do all that, but to trust the Lord and to see that He was able to work through that and to provide a blessing because of my obedience was just cool to look at.